And aviation consultancy firm CAPA expects airlines to post $1.6 to $1.8 billion worth of losses in the next fiscal. This even as domestic and international traffic is expected to grow by more than 20% year-on-year. Aviation Minister Jyotiraditya Scindia, Air India CEO Campbell Wilson, along with other CEOs, attended CAPA India's Aviation Summit, while the minister emphasized on the need for India to look at manufacturing aerospace products. Airline CEOs shared their view on the sector, the opportunities and the challenges. CNBC-TV18's Madiha Mujawar and Danish Anand get us all the action from the summit.
The who's who of Indian aviation have gathered here in Delhi for CAPA India's Aviation Summit. This is the first time after 2019 that CAPA has organized this summit. Air India CEO Campbell Wilson was the first one to speak at the event. He said that the airline is temporarily reducing frequency of some of its flights to the US destinations due to shortage of crew. Ajay Singh of SpiceJet told CNBC-TV18 that the airline is considering converting more of its dues into equity to reduce its debt. Meanwhile, Aditya Ghosh of Akasa Air also spoke to CNBC-TV18. He said he expects aviation traffic to grow by 7 to 10% in the next few years. He also said that India will need about 500,000 new aviation professionals in the next 10 years. We also spoke to Vinod Kannan of Vistara on Vistara's merger with Air India. He said that the employees might see some designation changes after the merger, but he also added that these employees will also get opportunities, newer opportunities, and will get to be a part of an airline that is 3 times bigger in scale. We also spoke to Vinay Dubey of Akasa Air. Let's listen into those interviews.
I think our largest lessor was Carlyle, and with them we have converted their debt, almost their entire debt, into equity, and so that's positive, and we will look to do the same thing with our other lessors, and that will significantly strengthen the balance sheet.
And if we cast our eyes forward maybe 12 to 15 months, we will have the first of our 470 new aircraft already in service. We will, in the next couple of months, have restored all of our grounded wide bodies to service. We will be starting to see the retrofitted wide bodies enter service. So I think in the context of global aviation, the pace of this transformation will be, if not unprecedented, will be close to it.
I think the most efficient operating structure is to have one full-service airline and one low-cost airline, and I think that's what is the construct we are working towards. But the good work that's being done by Vistara and everything that we've built, I think everyone, including the shareholders and the people at Air India, value what we brought to the table. So we will want to make sure that that continues, and the transition, if at all it happens, is done to a better product, if not the same.
The Indian aviation sector is all set to reach new skies as more and more airlines are slated to place more and more new airplane orders. Akasa Air, which placed an order of 72 aircraft in the beginning, is all set to place another big order of more narrow-body aircraft by the end of this year, as the airline feels that narrow-body is an important element for the airline strategy and a good future ahead.
We have announced that we will launch our first international destination by the end of this year. But that's going to be our first. As you know, we've got big plans to get more aircraft, so not just the 20th, but we've ordered 72 aircraft. And so the first one will launch by the end of this year. We'll be flying many more international destinations all throughout 24 and beyond.
I think outlook is very robust over the next several years. I think, we're looking at something like a 7% to 10% annual growth over the next 5 to 7 years. So, and like you said, traffic is back to what it was pre-COVID, but now it's time to kind of look ahead, right? And say, okay, we learned from COVID, but going forward, I think, yeah, at least I look at it 7 to 10% annually over the next 5 to 7 years.
All right, that was Danish and Madiha with a status check of the Indian aviation sector. With that, it's a wrap on this edition of Newscenter. Thank you for watching. Stay tuned to CNBC TV18. News continues on the other side.